So this is a special video that I'm making for all of those people out there that has been asking me a lot of questions about riding a bike in Japan, because I'm a biker chick, and I promised that I would answer, and the best way to do it is just to do one video for everyone. And if you have more questions, then you can just either type your questions to my email or to this video, and I'll do my best to answer everyone. Alright, so first of all, let me show you my baby. So for the past 3 years or 2, I've been riding this beautiful dirt bike. It's a Yamaha. It's a Zero for the ones that are familiar with it.
Get off the road!
Which is the cherry blossoms in my area, and this is my apartment, and this is the cherry blossoms. So we have a nice background for me speaking about riding a bike in Japan. So what is there to say? First of all, I am Canadian, so for all the Canadians out there, we are one of the blessed countries, which means to ride a bike or to also drive a car in Japan, you don't need much. All you have to do for your first year, you just need an international license. And then for the second year and on, you can just pretty much switch it over. So you just go to the office for the licenses, give your Canadian license, and they will switch it over for you. So for Canadians out there, you can ride your bike in Japan, no cost, easily. Right, now, for the Americans, I'm sorry, but you guys, you have to go through the hoops to get your license. Therefore, there's a certain amount of money involved, and I don't exactly know how much it is. I think it's around like maybe $2 grand or so. And also, you have to take a driver's test and a motorcycle test and whatnot. So when it comes to that part, it's a little bit more troublesome for you Americans to be able to ride your bikes here in Japan. We're lucky. One of my friends that I've met here in Japan, and hear what he has to say for Americans about how it is to be riding a bike here in Japan and what to do in order to attain your license.
We are the Hellcats nobody likes. Man-eaters on motorbikes.
Alright, now I can talk about the power of your bike here in Japan. So back home, when you do a license for a bike, you can pretty much ride any level as long as you have your license, any kind of CCs. But here in Japan, unfortunately, when you just switch over your license, unless you take the special exam, you can ride up to 400 CCs, which is not that much. But it is important to keep in mind that the speed limit in Japan is not that fast. So 250 cc's is more than enough to be able to ride around Japan. Yeah, so my bike is actually a 225 cc's, and I have no complaints. I've been able to go on highways with it and whatnot. Another thing to keep in mind as well when it comes to cost is that if you end up deciding to get a bike that is more than 250 cc's, you have to pay Shaken, and Shaken is a special tax that exists, I think, only in Japan, that you have to pay, I think it's once every 2 years, for either a car and a bike that is more than 250 cc's. So because my bike is 225, I never had to worry about my Shaken, and I'm really happy about it, because Shaken usually is pretty hefty fine. Not fine, but it's expensive. Sometimes you're looking at around like $1,000 and whatnot. So it's something to keep in mind. You can have more power, but you're gonna pay for it. That's one. Now for insurance, I don't know how it is for the bigger bikes, because again I have a smaller bike here. My insurance was about $80 per year, so it's not very expensive. So it was affordable to, it's actually pretty affordable to have a bike in Japan. The brand names, a lot of people are asking me about the brand names, what are popular here. What is really popular in Japan actually, like to have the look, the Harley Davidson look. Of course, like the big names you would say back home that we know are Kawasaki and whatnot, but here in Japan they build them and export them to us. We're the one who uses those bikes. The big ones are Honda, Yamaha. Kawasaki is not really popular, so I would say Honda and Yamaha are really the two big ones here. trips in Japan. So, like I said, I've been riding my bike here in Japan for 2 years, and I have been able to do 10 hours driving or riding non-stop, pretty much, or literally almost non-stop. And really, for bikers, Japan is a paradise, and I'm not even over-exaggerating. It's a very mountainous country, therefore the roads are very small and narrow, and I have a dirt bike. I live in the mountains. You can just imagine, I go crazy going off-roads and whatnot. So, for all of you that are thinking if you want to ride in Japan, it is the place to do it. You're not going to regret it one bit. It's a beautiful, beautiful. If you have more questions, don't forget you can email me. You can also send me a comment, and then I'll answer to how many answers I can do. Last word. So if you are a biker and you're coming to Japan to do probably one of your favorite hobbies, I would say enjoy yourself, have fun, be safe. Japan is a very, very safe country, but still, you know, don't do anything crazy. Don't go over the limit. Well, a little bit, but not too much. Don't. Just be careful and really enjoy the ride, because again, like I said earlier, it's a beautiful, beautiful country to be riding in. All right, bye.
Before we have crossed, for your life to get your rear end tossed. Gonna be uptight, we're riding here tonight. Get off the road. Get off the road.